Hey YouTube, Papa here. Um, I was trying to find a solution to a problem with the Lee 420 pot. And the problem is this thing. It's worthless. It's for supporting your molds as you're filling them up. It's garbage. It was driving me nuts. I could never get it to do what I wanted it to do. I stumbled upon a video from James Pollard, I think is how you pronounce his name. I'll put a link down below. Yeah, anyway, to his channel. And this is his solution. It's a guide plate for the 420. And he did a good video, and I said, you know what, that looks great. And then I saw Uncle Jim's video on his Utah guide plate. I like this one better, but I'll put I'll put a link to his video so you can see both and do whatever you want to do or however you want to do it. But this thing is great. My fabrication skills with metal suck. It doesn't look good, it's not perfect, but it works. So let me just say that up front. I bought a 6 by 6 by 1/8 inch plate off eBay. I think I paid $10 for the plate. And these are the dimensions. I'll try and see if you put it in there so you guys can try and read it. My handwriting also sucks. Alright, anyway. It's basically 5.5 inches across for the front, and it's 5 inches deep. These 3 holes are 1/4 inch, and they're slotted out like this. And then I had to drill a 1/4 inch hole in the base plate of the pot. Anyway, I'll put my glasses on so I can read. This hole is 3/4 inches from this edge and 1/2 inch up from the front edge. This one is also 3/4 inch in, and it's 4 1/8 down to here, to the center of these hole locations. This one is 3/4 inches in and 1 7/8 from the front plate. This is the drain hole, the big hole for the drips to fall through. It's 3/4 inch from the edge of this guide, and it's 1 3/4 inches from the front plate to the center of this hole. And I made it a 7/8 inch hole. And I used 1 2-inch 1/4 inch bolt, 4 nuts, 1 washer, and a 1/4 inch wing nut to hold the plate on here. All the holes involved are 1/4 inch, and I cut this with a 3 or 4.5 inch bench grinder, or not bench grinder, but a grinder with the cutting blade on it after I drilled the holes. And I made this cut and this cut with the same deal. That's because that's basically all I had. And I took the pieces and I stacked them here on top. And I used, James said he used gray moment, sorry. I'll think of the name in a second. It's an epoxy, and I just epoxied it to the plate, and epoxied the two together, and tried to line them up. I didn't get it perfect, but it works, and it's real easy. Let me see what you're seeing now. And we'll move the camera up so you can see what I'm doing and how it goes on. And I just slide this in. And then I bring it back down. Put on the washer. Put on the nut. And the thing I like about this design that James had is that it works for both the 6-cavity and the NOE molds, as well as the 2-cavity Lee molds. And the 2-cavity Lee molds aren't as wide, nor are they as tall as the other molds. But to make up, or to use the smaller molds, the 2-hole cavity, all you got to do is slide this over and tighten it down. And it still lines up the holes for your mold and the guide. Everything lines up perfect. It total moves, I think he said, just a little bit, right at 1/4 of an inch. And then once it's in place, just tighten that down a little bit and it's rock solid. It's not going anywhere. And you just use the old Lee deal for support on this side. And I've got 2 nuts here underneath, locked together so it stays at that height, and one down here at the bottom holding the bolt secure. I also stuck a really small hose clamp to hold this so I can adjust the forward and backward tilt of the plate depending on how you use it. If you start with the hole nearest to you and then pull the mold out as you're filling it, you need it tilted back so that if you overrun, it doesn't go into the next hole and mess up your pour. If you go from the furthest hole to the closest hole, you want it tilted the other way for the same reason. And you can do that, and I use that hose clamp to accomplish it. So all in all, it was $10 for the plate, and I think the bolt and nuts, I think, were $1 at the hardware store. I didn't have any. And it works. It's slick. It's easy. I thought about sanding and polishing it up, but the molds just slide just perfect on it. And it's a lot cheaper than, I think NOE sells one, but I mean, you're looking at $40, I think, was the total cost to buy the thing, and I just can't justify $40 for it. But 11, 12 bucks, yeah, I can justify that, and it does. It makes a big difference on how well the holes line up. There's no thinking. It's just boom, 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 and it's like, yes, it's perfect. The Uncle Jim's Utah version doesn't have the guide plate, guide rail here, and it just uses a wedge and a slot in the original Lee thing to hold it in position. I just like this better because it really is. It's rock solid. It's not going anywhere. Once you tighten up that one thumb screw, you're golden. So, hey, if you have any questions, comments, post them in the comments below. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video. Give it a thumbs up so it helps more people see it. Yeah, I think that's it. Another short one. Remember, keep smiling. Makes people wonder what you've been up to. Take care, YouTube. Talk to you later. Bye.